Hello, I hope you are enjoying the Poetry Channel. Today I am going to return to something that has proved to be quite popular when I do it, which is reading some Chaucer in Middle English. What I'm going to read today is a section from a poem by Chaucer called The Parliament of Fowls, and it's a debate between a parliament, as the word fowl suggests, consisting of birds, although it is quite plausible that Chaucer intended a pun on fowls, fools. Um, Although Chaucer was an MP, he didn't become an MP until about 3 years after he'd written this poem, but it does rather sound as if he understood very well the kind of thing that goes on in such gatherings. The context of this is that the birds have got together to debate which of the noble birds a particular noble female bird should marry. And the various kinds of birds all voice their opinions in a rather noisy and disputatious way. So I'm going to start now from line 491 of that poem. The noise of fools for to ben delivered, so lewd a wrong, have done and let us wend, that well wendy the wold had all to shivered. Come off, they cried, alas, ye wool oshender, when shall your cussed plating have an end? How shall the judge either party live, for yea or nay, without any prave? The goose, the cuckoo, and the duck also, so cried, Keck, keck, cuckoo, quack, quack, hi, that throw mine ears the noise went though. The goose aside, all this not worth a fly, but he can shape hereof a remedy, and he will say me verdict fair and sweet, for what a fool, whoso be wroth or bleither. And he for one fowl sighed the foul cuckoo, for he well off mine own authority, for common spade tack on the charger now, for to deliver us is great charity. Ye may abide a while yet per day, quod the turtle. If it be your will, a wheat might speck him, for as fair be still. I am a said fowl, only unworthiest, that wot I well, and little of cunning. But bet is that a weakness tongue arrest, than enter metten him of such doing, of which he neither read can he sing. And whoso hit doth, full fool himself acquireth, for office uncommitted oft denieth. Nature, which that alway had an era to murmur of the lewdness behind, with fecund voice aside, Hold your tongues there, and he shall soon, I hope, a consul find out deliverer, and fra this noise unbind, a judge of every folk men sure uncaller, to sign the verdict for yow fools alla. Assented were to this conclusion the brides all, and fools of ravine, han chosen first be plain election, the tercelet of the fecund to define all her sentence, and as him lest termine. And to nature him gone to present her, and she accepteth him with glad intent. The tercelet sideth an in this manner, full hard were it to prave be son, who loveth best this gentle formel here, for average hath switch replication, that none be skilles may be brought adun. He cannot say that arguments are vile, than sameth it their most be batile. Already, quod these eagles, tussets though. Thy nay, sires, quod he, if that he durst it say, ye done me wrong, me tale is not he do. For sires, ne taketh not a greffy prey, it may not gon as ye wold in this way. Ours is the voice that hand the charge in hand, and to the judge's dome ye mutton stand. And therefore pace, I say, as to my wit, may wold I think how that the worthiest of knichthood and the langest had used it, most of estate, of blood, the gentilest, were sitting for here if that here Leicester. And of these three she what herself he trow, which that he be, for it is licht to know. The waterfooler's hand here head is laid together, and of a shot of his amount, whenever it had his lodge go lay aside, they sighed softly all by own assent, how that the goose, with her fecund gent, that so desireth to pronounce urned, shall tell our tale, and pride God her speed. And for these waterfoolers, though began the goose to speak, and in her cackling she said, Peace! Now take care, pay for the man, and hearkeneth which a reason he shall forth bring. Me wit is sharp, I love no tarrying. I say I rede him, though he were my brother, but she will love him, that him love another. Lo, here a perfect reason of a goose, quoth the sparhawk. Never mote she thee, lo, switch it is to have a tongue loose. Now, pardie, fall yet were it bet for thee, and hold thy peace, then shewed thy nicety. It leeth not in his wit, nay in his will, but soth his side. A fool cannot be still. The laughter and us of gentle fool is all, and richten on the said fool chosen had. The turtle, true, and gone higher to him call, and pried in higher to sign the sooth sad of this matter, and axed what she read. And she answered that plainly here intent she would show, and softly what she meant. Nay, God forbid a lover should change the tattile side, and wax for sham all red. Though that his lady evermore be strange, yet let him serve here ever till he be dead. Forsooth, I pray not the ghost is red, for though she died, I will none other mark her. I will been hers till that the death me take her. Well birded, quod the duck, be mean hat, that men should love an alway causeless. Who can a reason find in wit on that? Daunceth he murray that is mirthless? Who should the rage of that is wretcheless? Ye quack, ye side the duck full well and fair. There been more studies God wit than a pair. Now, fie, chell, quod the gentle tercelet, out of the dunghill come that wordful reet. Thou canst not say in which thing is well beset. Thou fast by love as all as done by late. The dye hem blent full well, I say, be nicht. Thy kind is of so low a wretchedness, that what love is, thou canst not say, ne guess. Though gan the cuckoo put him forth in press, for fool that eateth worm and cider blithe. So I, quod he, may have my mark in pess. Let each of him be sullen all her leave. This is my rede, sin that they may not accord. This short lesson needeth not record. Ye have the glutton filled enow his paunch. Then are we well, sighed the Merlion, thou mother of the hazog on the branch, that brought thee forth, thou ruthless gluttoon. Live thou, Solane, worm as corruption, for no forces of lack of thee nature. Go, lued be thou, will the world may dure. Now peace, quod nature, commander here, for we have heard all your opinion, and in effect yet be we never the near, but finally this is me conclusion, that she herself shall hand her election, of whom he lest, whoso be wroth or blithe, him that she cheest, he shall him hand swathe.